So, yeah, all ready to go.
So, idle. Brakes are okay.
So with 2-1, you've got to sort of...
Corporate is joining downwind and we'll request a glide to land if traffic permits.
Oh, he's downwind, okay, so he's over there.
No traffic to conflict at this time. PA28 is just airborne, just turning left at the moment.
If you're fairly quick, you could get onto the runway and then get off it just down there, just towards the fuel pumps.
Okay.
I wouldn't waste time because it's quite close. And then if you say now that you're entering into backtrack 2-1.
And India's final for the glide.
Oh, he's on fire.
No, go for it.
210 at 12 knots.
Golf Sierra backtracking.
Oh, Sierra, I've got an aircraft just very tight in, John. If you wouldn't mind holding, please, on glide approach on final.
Very well.
I'm happy for him to go, don't worry.
Yeah, go. Let's do it. And Sierra X-rays entering backtracking, vacating at the cross runway.
Sierra X-ray, roger.
And I'm going to stay here now, aren't I?
You're going to go left.
Yeah.
You can see there's a moment when you can do it and a moment when it's out the way.
Romeo Charlie, late downwind, passing 1,400 feet, departing the circuit to the north.
I'll tell him we've vacated once we're past here.
Yeah.
Golf Sierra X-ray runway vacated.
Sierra X-ray, thanks.
Saved a bit of time, didn't it?
Well, it's a question of fitting things in without making a rush and without getting in other people's way, but he was happy for us to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main thing.
And India, we won't actually be refuelling, if that's all right, so because we managed to get some with us Kemble, so just park up for coffee and look forward to seeing you in a minute.
Yes, no problem. If you want to just you can pull up alongside Sierra Whiskey, the blue and white PA28 there.
Perfect, it's lovely to be back here after 20 years.
There you go, it hasn't changed a bit, has it?
It hasn't at all, no.
For the 20 years.
Yeah. Well...
Right, can we have a pint of Shippos by any chance?
Oh, if only, hey? That's long gone.
Has he gone? He's no longer doing?
No, it's closed down a long time ago.
Oh, good grief, that's such a shame. Remember the wheat sheaf on Derby Road?
Okay then, so throttle to 2,000. You want me to put the parking brake on here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, put the parking brake on. Yeah, we're a bit low on that one actually, so let's just bring you back a little bit. Let's just leave it at 1500 for a while until we get the oil temperature coming up.
Okay.
That's that bit in the checklist. Oil temperature minimum of 40, so you're looking for that one to be just on the boundary. So while we're doing that, we can just have a look at the weather all around. So
set flaps for takeoff as well.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep.
So we've got a clear patch over there which is sort of to the southwest of us. The trouble is the controlled airspace is there. So we need to go out across to the west somewhere.
Okay.
So when we take off, if we come up off 21 and then go onto a heading about 030, which is the downwind heading, things we've got to avoid when we come out here are the Langer parachuting area. So we want to end up in that sort of area over there.
Okay.
So round there, up towards Bingham, and then across. Getting there, isn't it?
Yes.
I'll just put the windscreen heat. It's 39 degrees now. Go on, off you go.
Okay, so we're at 2000 carb heat. Check. Magnetos, right. Check. Left. Check. Oil pressure, fuel pressure. We're good, all in the green. Ammeter is in the green as well. Suction, we've got in the green. Close throttle. Idle. Don't cut out, go back up to 50. Trimmer is set, throttle friction is set. Rich, carb heat is off, magnetos is on both, fuel selector is on, fuel contents we've got 70 litres, fuel pump on, flaps I've set them already, are you happy with that?
Yep.
Good instruments check. So we are going to be on, we're going to be using QNH.
That's right.
1015.
Yeah, so that should indicate about 130 feet plus or minus 50.
Yep. And on 180. This is okay. Belts and harnesses are secure and we are locked. Controls are full and free. Transponder to alt. Enter the runway, right, so we can put those on now, can't we? And the pitot heater
just over there, yeah.
On. Not like anything's on final, I haven't heard any traffic.
No, nothing downwind either.
Call him up and say, backtrack runway 21.
Yeah, because one of the things we haven't done is the captain's brief, isn't it? So, engine failure, what are you going to do about that?
Look for field to the left or right of us on takeoff.
What if it sort of is floppy before we get airborne?
Then throttle off and stop.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Have a think about what you're going to do in the event of those things.
Okay.
All right.
So just runway, backtracking runway 21.
Yeah, just saying we're ready for departure. And
okay. Golf Sierra X-ray ready for departure.
Sierra X-ray, roger, the surface wind 210 at 12 knots.
And then you say backtracking.
Backtracking runway 21, Golf Sierra X-ray.
And then when you're lined up and ready to go, then you just say Golf Sierra X-ray is taking off.
Lighter. Ready to go?
Yep.
Golf Sierra X-ray taking off.
Sierra X-ray, roger.
Speed is alive. He's in the green.
Yeah, you can see you've got to keep that right rudder pressure in during that takeoff, don't you?
Flaps are going up. .500 feet, turning.
Just raise the nose a little bit, keep it climbing because we're going to climb out of the circuit, so you keep it at 70 knots and then a left turn now. And then what you can do is to say that Golf Sierra X-ray is departing the circuit from the downwind position to the east and changing to East Midlands.
Golf Sierra X-ray departing from the downwind and heading towards east, changing frequency to East Midlands.
Sierra X-ray, roger, bye-bye.
And so there's no rush to change it. We now have a look at the weather. So after takeoff, the flaps are up, carburetor heat's off, temperature pressure's all in the green. Above 1,000 feet, the fuel pump can go off. And then if we turn right, we'll go towards that clear patch over there. And we'll stay out of the cloud as much as we can. So you come quite hard right now. What we've got to be very aware of is Langer, which is down that direction. So soon we must go left again.
Okay.
So let's level off here and let's just turn left to clear away from Langer underneath the cloud, and then we'll see what we can find out. We'll have a look at the layers as we go that way. So a heading of about 060.
Nottingham Radio Golf Bravo Hotel Romeo Charlie is 5 miles to the north, 1,300 feet for rejoin.
So,
Hotel
a little bit cloudy here.
Runway news
Dip down again to get stay below the cloud.
1011.
21 left hand, 1011 Golf Romeo Charlie.
Although we'd like to go over there, Langer Airfield's just down there, so we're
Radio Golf Lima Foxtrot Sierra Whiskey on the apron engine running, requested radio check.
Lima Foxtrot Sierra Whiskey, good morning to you, reading E5 sir, the runway news 21 as you know, QNH in 1015.
Radio 5, 21 left hand and 1015 QNH Golf Sierra Whiskey.
And now we've got a decent cloud bottom of it, and we can see straight ahead. So we'll level off here about 1,700 feet. And now you can see Langer Airfield over there on the right.
Yes, seen.
Yeah, so if we stay this side of it, this is Bingham down here on the left, and so that's a good place. If you're over Bingham, you know you've avoided Langer.
Okay.
So let's proceed out towards that direction, and we'll see what we can. You come up to about 2,400 RPM. That'll give you 90 knots. And I'll just change over the frequency, and I'll squawk.
Golf Oscar November, you identified as a traffic service with reduced traffic information due to your range and your altitude.
Golf Oscar November, that's a reduced traffic service.
If you come right a little bit, running down here is the A52.
Okay.
That village there is Bottisford, and just to the left of it, on the nose, is the disused airfield of Bottisford.
Okay.
So let's head between the two of those. And if we're lucky, we might have a clear spot out there.
Well, it feels a little bit calmer than it was last week.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Did actually, John gave me the option if I wanted to cancel or not.
Yeah, yeah. And you said, no, I'll go for it.
Definitely not. I mean, if I'm going to be flying in this type of weather, I need to learn.
Yeah, as you do. It's a question of, it's a sort of a balance, really, to see what you can achieve.
That's it.
You know, and what we're looking for today is some clear skies. They're not coming up where we want, are they? There's a bit of clear sky over there, so turn to the right and start a climb, and then we'll climb through that cloud. I'll if we need to, we'll climb through the cloud. And make the heading about there.
Okay.
As far...
The clear patch we want is just down over Langer, unfortunately. So, I'll tell you what, I'll take control.
You have control.
And then, so what I'm doing now is I'm just flying on the instrument. So what I'm looking at is this pitch attitude. So remember, in normal flight, we're looking to fly the attitude visually, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. And I'll set it at about 5 or 6 degrees pitch attitude. I've got, so power, full power, attitude about 5 or 6 degrees, and then trim, we are in trim. So that's how I was doing that. Now we've broken through this cloud layer, you can take control again.
I have control. Quite a disorientating feeling that was, going through there.
Oh yeah, it can be. What I'll do now is I'll get my magic map out. So what we'll do now is turn left, and then we'll go up towards the north. And I'm just going to change frequency now. I'll speak to... Waddington, good morning, Golf Papa Sierra X-ray.
Calling Waddington on second.
Waddington, Golf Papa Sierra X-ray, requesting basic service.
Golf Papa Sierra X-ray, Waddington on Squawk 3601, pass message.
3601 coming down, a grob out of Nottingham, back to Nottingham, general handling in the area of Bottisford, between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. Let's climb to 3,700.
Okay, 3,700.
Yeah.
When you're above cloud like this, does it is it a lot easier to identify aircraft?
It can be. It just depends on the circumstances, really.
Sierra X-ray, what type of correction? What type of service do you require?
Sierra X-ray requesting a basic service, general handling.
Sierra X-ray, basic service, Barnsley 1006.
Barnsley 1006, Sierra X-ray. I'll just set 1006, which is the pressure setting they're using. Yeah, level off at 3.5 is going to be fine. And then when you're all settled at 3,500 feet, let's do a FREDA check. And then we'll do a HASELL check to get that started straight off.
So, fuel is on, we have 60 litres and we have pressure. Check the fuel pressure. Fuel pump is okay. Radios, we've got it set.
Yeah, Waddington was
Waddington.
Yeah.
Unties and are in the green. Carb heat okay. Direction 30. That's okay. And altimeter is set.
Okay, and now let's turn back round to the right. And so what we'll do is we'll try, there's a clear area down there. It's going to move with the wind, but if we've got a clear area, that's always nice. And then the HASELL checks. If you come round on heading of 150.
150, okay. So, height is sufficient above ground. Airframe is clean. Security, we are strapped in and hatches are locked. Nothing going to hit us around the head.
Yeah. Engine?
Engine, T's and P's are in the green. Carb heat check. And location, so...
Yeah, I'm happy with where we are.
Okay.
And what we want to do is to, see there's a clear area over there?
Yes.
Let's go over towards that. And while we're doing that, we'll have a good look around. So what we'll do is do a 30-degree back turn to the right until we end up pointing that way.
Okay.
And then a 30-degree turn back to the left. So we have do a 90-degree turn each way. So the revision of the stall...
Okay, X-ray, push your final destination.
It'll be back to Nottingham, Golf Sierra X-ray.
Roger.
So about there, and then carburetor heat on, power back, and we'll go straight into a clean stall, the fully developed stall, and recovery.
Okay.
And you'll need quite a high nose attitude. So there's the stall warning. Controls are starting to get a bit sloppy. Just keep pulling back. There's buffet. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Quite a lot of pull. Pulling. Get the stick right the way back until it's on the stop. Nearly a wing drop. And then if you have a look, it's going down. So recover. Carburetor heat to give you full power. And then let's swing round to the left into that area over there and back to 3,500. You can see getting it into the stall, you've got to work quite hard at it. So just do that once more, and you recover when you recognise the full stall.
Okay. Want me to do a hell check?
No, you can just go straight into it.
Carburetor heat on.
Even though the nose hasn't dropped, so you hear that rate of descent there.
Okay, so we are stalled.
Yeah, so sometimes the recognising the stall with the nose drop isn't quite classic, is it?
No.
You just ease yourself around to the right. One more of those, then we'll have a look at with flap.
Okay.
So the fully developed stall can be indicated just by very low speed and a rate of descent. And just keep turning round to the right.
Okay.
That clear area is actually helping us out now, isn't it?
Yes.
So we're okay for lookout, carburetor heat, and then just repeat that one again.
Actually getting it into that stall, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I can show you ways that it isn't.
No, sure.
But certainly when you're doing it intently like this, just keep pulling back, keep that nose coming up. Do it quite quickly. So pull quite quickly all the way back.
Cool.
Yeah. That's fine. So it's what we're talking about really is recognising your recovery technique is just fine.
Yeah, okay.
Back up to 3,500. We did say we were going to do some slow flying, so we'll do that. And then we'll have a look at the stall with flap.
Okay.
We'll actually just keep going this direction. So you've got a white patch up the front.
Yes.
So let's keep going towards that. And if you just bring the power back now to about 2,000 RPM. And then maintain level flight by raising the nose. The speed will drop. And then trim back as well so that you've got the aircraft in trim while you do it.
Trim.
Relax completely?
Yes.
Okay. Just raise the nose a little bit more because it's going to take a little while for it to stabilise. So you need probably a little bit more nose up trim. Maintain exactly 3,500. And I bet you we'll probably have to, as we slow down a little bit more, you'll probably have to keep that little bit more nose up trim. So this is quite a useful thing to do, to be able to fly slowly. Self down some flap and watch what happens to the nose.
But I have carb heat in.
Yeah, you should do. Just under 2,000 put the carb heat on, yeah. So give you 2,000.
2,000.
So the airplane wants to rise.
Yes.
And now the speed's reduced. Probably
60.
need to trim back to make it stable again. Got about 60. Now if we don't increase the power, we'll start to sink. So just add 100 RPM or so. A little bit more than that. So there's a pretty well stable at 60 knots, isn't it?
Yes.
Slightly dropping. You can see that you need more than you think to maintain the height. Let's turn round to the left at this speed. What you could see there, I don't know if you noticed any adverse yaw. When you rolled, the nose went the other way.
Yes.
And at these slow speeds, you're going to need a little bit of rudder to... And you see you are still dropping slightly, so give another 100 RPM. And it's the power that's going to maintain the height. And this is all part of the time build-up for the slow speed and the stall awareness thing. So this all good to be doing this. So give yourself a bit more flap.
1,000, 2,000.
That's it. May need some more. You've got a higher nose attitude. That's because the speed's slow.
Yes.
And you've got a slower speed, about 55. Okay. That's exactly what I was hoping would happen. So there you are, there's the stall warning. So that's the first sign of the stall. And the first sign of the stall, the idea is you push the control column forward a little bit and increase the power. So do that. Carburetor heat as well, good. So your instant reaction when you've got it like that, this time you are going to have to push forward because the nose wants to rise. And so let's bring it back again to slow speed. And this time, instead of just letting it go slowly, just bank across to the right and maintain the turn, maintain the height by back pressure. As soon as we get a bit of G loading, there's the stall warning again. So how are you going to recover from that?
Now level off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. But do make sure whenever you're recovering from a stall, the stick has to go forward some amount.
Yes.
Okay, and when we've got the right speed, let's bring the flaps up and turn round to the left.
Okay.
Sierra X-ray traffic south 2 miles, tracking north, indicating 400 feet above descending, manoeuvring.
Golf Sierra X-ray, nothing seen, got a cloud layer above us. So I'll tell you what, let's turn around to the right, and Sierra X-ray is turning right.
Golf Sierra X-ray, previously called traffic is now southwest 1 mile, tracking north, indicating 200 feet above.
Roger. So keep going round to the direction, it'll be southwest of us. Oh, maybe that's that direction. I don't know. Level off here.
Seen him.
Okay. All right. So turn around and go the other way, and that will go behind them. Visual with the traffic. Thank you for that, Sierra X-ray. Retractable.
Yes. I noticed they only spoke to us, not him.
Well, he's probably not with him,
right.
with working Waddington. Let's go round to the right, but stay in that clear area. And she was being very kind to us there because a basic service doesn't have to provide any traffic information at all.
No.
In fact, I think I was turning the wrong way by turning towards that direction, but there we are. So just level here and go back to that slow speed again.
Okay.
This exercise is really useful for traffic in the circuit. So
yes.
if you've got somebody that's close up in front of you, you need to slow down safely. It's not like just taking your foot off the accelerator in a car.
No.
So as soon as you're in the white band, you can start bringing the flap down.
1,000, 2,000.
And the safe speed with this amount of flap is round about 70 knots, really. You can see if you get below 60, if you roll the bank on quite sharply, see what happens. A bit more back.
Yeah,
yaw, and also pull back a little bit. The warning will come on pretty soon. But you could see that adverse yaw at the slow speed, can't you?
2,000. Yes.
Okay, happy with that?
Happy with that.
Okay, we'll probably practice a bit more on the way back, but
okay.
Now we'll just have a look at these stalls with flap. So, has anybody demonstrated to you before?
No.
All right. So I'll tell you what, I'll take control.
You have control.
And let's run through a FREDA check before we do anything else. So.
Okay, so fuel is on. We have 55 litres.
Yep.
And the pressure is in the green. Radios, we're on Waddington still. Engine, T's and P's are all in the green. I won't do that just now.
No, it's fine. Well, you can actually,
yeah.
It's fine, yeah.
Okay. RP check. Direction indicator we'll do in a second.
Yeah.
And altimeter we have got set.
Okay, won't worry too much about the direction indicator because that's what we're doing. While we're doing this, if I increase the bank angle,
wow.
And the pressure.
Wow.
See the stall warning on there?
Yeah.
And look at the speed.
Blimey.
So that's how people get. You see what happens when people, you know, they let the airplane overbank in cloud. Okay, because you can cloud, you wouldn't be able to see how much bank you've got. Overbank in cloud, they pull back a bit because they see they're going down. And the stall warning comes on, they stall the aeroplane in the cloud.
Yeah.
So...
Okay, X-ray still visual with the traffic west-northwest, 1 mile tracking south, indicating 100 feet below climbing.
Sir X-ray, that traffic passed us to the north, not visual now. Oh, you've got some other traffic doing the same thing. Drop down.
direction did she say?
She said northwest.
Yeah.
So that should be over there somewhere. Well, we'll stay in this area here. The only trouble is that Cranwell Mats is just up there, so... Anyway, all we can do is to stay as well as we can. Right, so what we're going to look at then is, having done that demonstration of you can stall at any attitude, let's have a look at the stall on the base turn. So, I'll set it up for the base turn. So here we go. We're aiming to come down the base leg now. While we're doing it, I'm keeping a really good lookout too.
Yes.
So I've reduced the power as though we're coming for the final approach. I'm going to lower one stage of flap and then probably a little bit more flap than that. That's about half flap, and I'll trim to put the aeroplane into trim. Okay. So that's what we would be. But let's say we reduce the power even further, and then we start...
X-ray, please call traffic is now southwest 1 mile, manoeuvring, indicating similar level.
Golf Sierra X-ray, thank you. So we'll better turn right, haven't we? We'll go right. So we've become distracted while we're doing this traffic, and it's doing aerobatics over there. So we turn around the base leg. There's the stall warning. So relax, full power, carburetor heat, roll the wings level, and climb. Now, it's trimmed for the base leg trim. So if I let it go, the nose wants to rise. So this is the case where we've got to keep pushing forward. And I'll just level off there.
Okay.
We've both got the same hole in the sky, haven't we?
Yes.
We can go over that way a little bit as well. So there you are. You have control now.
I have control.
So let's imagine, we'll turn right now to keep clear of the cloud.
Want me to put the flaps up?
You can leave them down for this exercise.
Okay.
That'll save a little bit of time on that. So set yourself up for the base leg, so reduce the power now. So bring it all the way back. So, and then start your turn to the right. And pull back a little bit. And then once you're above 70 knots climbing away, make sure you've got a positive rate of climb as well in there.
1,000. That's fully extended.
And level off here. And let's turn left.
Okay.
And just come round till we're back into the clear area, and I'll show you the stall on the final approach.
Okay.
If you bring back the power a little bit, we'll just level off there. Right, so I have control again.
You have control?
So I'll set it up as though we've done the base turn already. So speed to the right arc. There's about a half flap. And let's just trim back a little bit. So that's about it. Good look around, make sure you don't see that traffic anymore. So now we have, I'm going to aim towards the buildings that are down there. So visually. So this is us on our final approach.
Yes.
And what we're doing, iPhone I think. So we just stretch the glide. There's the stall warning starting to come on. So relax full power right rudder, but be very careful not to lose the nose too much, because we're still going down a bit.
Yes.
Carb heat. Get rid of 1, 2 stages of flap, and then we can, still pushing forward, start to climb away.
Okay.
You can see it's fairly slow progress away from the ground, and I've got quite a bit of right rudder on there because of the yaw. And now, get a little bit more speed, have half the flap. Good speed now, flap all the way up. And let me trim. Okay, so you have control. We'll turn around to the left and we'll give that a go. I think it must have been you making it on the phone.
I think it was.
Not to worry. So if you find somewhere to point at,
okay,
and then set yourself up, quickly move through the sort of base leg situation, and then we'll concentrate on that final approach.
Okay, so I've got that white building just to the left of us.
So half flap. A little bit more than that. Okay. So we're now on our final approach, so now lower the full flap and trim. And then with the power right off, just raise the nose as though you're going to stretch the glide a bit. You've got to push quite a lot, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay.
So
now you've got some speed, yeah. A little bit of flap up. That's enough.
Positive rate of climb. Increasing. Flaps.
And then swing round to the left.
Full flaps.
And level off here. Level off at height, but keep turning left. So once more with that one, and then we'll go back to Nottingham.
Okay. Slightly.
So trim back a little bit as well. That's probably about where you'd be with the trim. So give yourself full flap now. Way down, a little bit more. And then start to reduce the speed and recover at the first sign of the stall. Get rid of a bit of flap almost straight away. That's it.
And flap fully retracted.
Okay, so we won't climb anymore because we're going to go back to Nottingham, which is in the right direction. So let's now take the carburetor heat hot, descend down below the cloud and work our way back towards Nottingham. At Waddington Golf, Sierra X-rays now exercise complete and descending to lower level and returning to Nottingham.
Golf Sierra X-ray, we've just got 7,000 change en route.
7,000 and back to Nottingham. Thank you. Just go to standby first of all. When you,
traffic at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and that's one of the things there. So whenever you are doing something inside the cockpit, just make sure you do a little bit
and then
look out and come back.
Okay.
Because the next thing I'm going to get you to do is to change that frequency to 13... Oh, it is 134875, so that's fine. You can just flip the frequency. Still got that traffic in sight? It's when the engine power goes.
Frequency is taking off.
Roger.
Now, if you want to just you descending at 70 knots, which is sort of the way we teach people to start off with.
Yes.
But there's no reason why you shouldn't descend at any speed at all.
Okay.
So lower the nose, and you see we've got this gap of cloud here. It'd be quite good to get down through it. So just lower the nose and keep pushing forward, trimming forward as well. Let's get it to 100 knots. So just by lowering the nose.
Hear that wind coming past us?
So you can see with the change of nose attitude, a lot lower nose attitude, much greater rate of descent.
Yes.
And we'll stop at 1,500 feet.
Okay.
Nottingham radio, Donna 07.
If the cloud's in the way, we'll just drop a little bit lower so we're clear of the cloud.
Donna 07, hello, pass your message.
There's the traffic.
Donna 07, plus 152.
No, it's the traffic on the left, higher than us. So just come down a little bit across to the right and let yourself drift down a little bit as well.
Roger, the runway news to Nottingham is 21 left and QFE 1011, QNH 1015. I've just got one aircraft just departed. It's climbing into the overhead right now, so there's no other report.
Roger, that's all copied. Thank you. Donna 07. And lovely Nottingham, we're in the overhead, just departing through 1,200 feet, QSY to East Midlands.
It's a Joe Dell.
Victory India, Roger, you take care now.
See you soon. Thank you so much again. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, so this is the railway line, goes to Grantham, that's the A52, goes to Nottingham.
Yes.
Langer Airfield, indistinct on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Big flat area. So now let's tell you what, that's 1,000 feet, maintain 1,000 feet and bring the speed back to 70 knots.
Bang on.
Okay. Keen for you to reply.
Yeah.
Just come right of the village a little bit, so leave it on your left-hand side. And while you're doing that, once you've done that, maintain 1,000 feet and do a FREDA check.
Okay. So fuel is on 50 litres, and we're in the green. Radio, we're on the correct one for Nottingham. Engine T's and P's are in the green. Carb heat is on and working because I'm at low power. I don't turn that off now though, do I?
No, leave it on.
Direction indicator, so we are on 3
between 270 and 300, so it's about 285 is actually the heading, the other side. This one's the opposite way round to the...
Yeah. About there.
Yep, okay,
Yep.
that's fine.
And altimeter, we can change that to our QFE 1011 now.
Okay, that's great.
Which is done.
Super. So you can see that when you're doing the FREDA check, I've given you two tasks to do there. Fly at 70 knots, maintaining level, which you've done nicely, and do the FREDA check.
Yeah.
Great. Let's accelerate back up now to normal cruising speed. So here you've got the River Trent running down.
Yes.
You've got, see the green roofed hangars on the left hand side?
Yes.
Just close in, and the green airfield behind it, that's RAF, the old RAF Newton.
Okay.
A46 running southbound here.
Yes.
And then if you look across the left, you've got the Water Sports Centre, and there's some lakes over there. So if you now turn left to point towards those, we'll end up north of the airfield. So I think rather than, because the cloud's not suitable for a proper overhead joint,
yeah.
so we'll be on the dead side. And if you like, you can ask for joining instructions. And he'll give you the runway in use and the QFE.
Nottingham Radio Golf Golf Papa Sierra X-Ray, request joining instructions.
Golf Sierra X-Ray. This is Nottingham, runway in use 21 left hand QFE 1011.
21 left hand circuit in use QFE 1011.
You probably need about 2400 for 90 knots.
So traffic over there.
Yep. So he's probably in the circuit at Nottingham. And you see, we're pretty well at circuit height.
Yes.
And if you, it's difficult with cloud and stuff like that. So in the vicinity of an aerodrome, you've really got to keep.
Again, this is Aero 01.
Keep your eyes open.
Or 1 POB, BFR flight 2.
The trick is always go behind them.
Yes.
001, good morning to you, just. Runway news 21 left hand and the QNH 1015.
And so you've got the long Rome Lake, the other lake.
Yes.
You aim towards the middle, the centre of those. Oh dear, he is too.
That's 1015. I didn't have that much.
Accelerate a bit and get ahead of him.
Yeah, 1015, I don't know what I said, but that's what I've said.
And you should soon be able to see the airfield on the left. He's well clear. So we're now on the extended centre line of 2-1, well
yes.
out, which is fine. So now we're very soon to be on the dead side, and then we'll go down the dead side, across the end of the runway, into the circuit, and come around. Timing-wise, we've just flown for an hour now. Do you want to do a touch and go and a landing, or just a landing?
What time are we on?
Quarter to 12.
I'd better just do one landing,
okay.
actually. That is calling me, it might be the wife.
Yes, yeah.
So should I come in now and say we're descending
So
dead
you're
side?
dead side descending. Probably I'd say over the water sports, dead side descending.
Golf Sierra X-ray over the Water Sports Centre, dead side descending.
And so you can see the runway, you can stay fairly close into the runway on the dead side. And descend to 800 feet. So just raise the nose a little bit more to keep level flight. And this is fine, you don't need to be any further out than this when you're joining. And then the idea is to cross over the 03 numbers at 800 feet. Keeping a good lookout for any other traffic. So just anticipate and start to turn now. A little bit of back pressure in the turn to stop the nose dropping. And then angle about there because the wind's going to blow you across. Can't see any other traffic.
No, can't hear anything on the radio either.
And you either need a little bit more power or a little bit of nose up trim. That's it.
And turn downwind?
Yeah, and then it'll be the downwind call, downwind checks.
Golf Sierra X-ray downwind.
Sierra X-rays.
Okay, so brakes are off, undercarriage is down, mixture is rich. Fuel is in the green, we've got sufficient quantity. Instruments.
Air 01, holding Bravo 1, ready to enter in backtrack.
Air 01, roger. The surface wind's 2108 knots.
Just extend out a little bit. Yeah, give yourself a fraction more room because we're a little bit close in. That'll do now. And then almost straight away into half flap. A bit more flap than that. A little bit more flap as well. And you need to lower the nose a little bit to get more speed, back up to 70 knots, so a little bit nose down trim. Don't bother to make the call until he's gone, he's going to get out of the way.
Okay.
Full flap now. Make sure it goes all the way down, so there's still a bit more left to go there.
Okay.
There you go.
Air 01 is rolling.
Roger.
And now you can make the final call.
Golf Sierra X-ray final to land runway 21.
Sierra X-ray 2108 knots.
That's it, you need a power about that much, and you probably need to trim forward a little bit because the speed's a fraction low. That's lovely.
Carb heat off.
Good. Now you can start bringing the power back a little bit. A little bit more than that. Look ahead.
Ballooned it.
Okay, it's all right. Just keep it there. So it's taking the power off, not moving the stick.
Yeah.
So when you get in that situation, keep the stick relatively far back and the nose up.
Okay.
And adjust the rate of descent by a little bit less power.
Okay.
We'll come off and we'll go and get some fuel. So if you could request fuel.
Golf Sierra X-ray requesting fuel.
Sierra X-ray, roger.
And then if we just pull up beyond the line and stop to the after landing checks, and we'll go and get some.
Golf Sierra X-ray runway vacated.
Sierra X-ray.